So we're going to do an exercise called isometric contraction throughout the range. So this is to solidify, if you're doing pails and rails, so opening up shoulder sleeper, external rotation, whatever you're doing for any kind of opening range, you want to solidify and strengthen that range. And so this is going to be an isometric done at your end range, but also throughout the full range. Now, if you're trying to strengthen that, every 15 to 20 degrees, you do an isometric, and you will then strengthen the whole range because you get a bit before and after. And so if you do that at intervals about every 15, 20 degrees, you'll get that full range, okay? So I'm gonna just show you setting this up. We're gonna go into our shoulder sleeper stretch. So I'm gonna grab something for my shoulder, for my head, I mean. I'm gonna stack myself. So I am at 90 degrees at the hips here. And I'm also at around 90 or slightly below on my shoulder. If you have issues with your shoulder, just go to whatever range you can handle. So pop that off and make sure you're not rolled back. I want you stacked up. So put yourself stacked up, shoulder down, right on there, right? So we grab this. What I want you to start with is we can do isometrics at end range. So actively go to your end range. So I'm gonna find that. So it's like a pails. And I'm gonna then start to push up, but I wanna stay right here. I do not wanna come out of that end range. And I'm gonna isometrically start to ramp up my contraction, pushing up. This hand is going to meet the contraction. I'm gonna start going, so 20, 40, 60, ramping that up to greatest, safest effort, and you hold there at your end range for 10 to 15 seconds. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to do the opposite as well. Now, to do the opposite, you can either put your hand underneath or you can put something to push against. So I got a block here, I might be a bit low, and I'm going to push down. So I'm going to drive down. So I'm isometrically contracting both sides, so the internal tissue and the external outer tissue. Ramping down, pushing down, 20, 40, 60, 80, greatest effort, holding that for 10 to 15 seconds, right? Now, once we've done that end range, we're going to work 10 to 15 degrees. So if I have my end range here, I'm going to come up here, and this is where I'm going to do my next set of isometrics. So I'm going to solidify. I can just do it with my hand, holding, and we hold this for 10 to 15 seconds, ramping up to our greatest effort, keeping this good position with our body here. Once we've done 10 to 15, we're going to do the opposite. So pop your other hand here, push down. Really, what you're trying to do is you're trying to internally rotate down by doing it at this angle here. Holding, you should feel the tissue on the inside starting to contract, 10 to 15. Right, so that's our first one we did at end range. Second one here, we're going to go up here, so we could be around 90 or so, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push backwards, holding, staying exactly where, forwards, holding, staying exactly where. Next, 15 to 20 degrees, we're holding here, pushing up, pushing down. On the down, you could create a block and push down so you don't have to hold your hand. Just using a foam roller or a block works really well. And then your next 15 degrees here. So you want to work through your full range. So if I'm here, I can do one where I'm pushing to the floor, pushing up, 15 degrees pushing up and down here, 15 degrees pushing up and down, 15 degrees pushing up and down, and then end range pushing degrees. And that is your full range isometrics. So you're strengthening that whole range of your internal and external rotation there. And it's really good solidifying. So if you've done some pails and rails and open up some space in your tissue in your shoulder, the next step is to really strengthen that full range, not just the end range, so we can keep all of that range. Give that a go.